All right, y'all. If you guys are here joining us, if you guys are on Kro's side, if you're on my side, Kro, this is the time where we cheers every single day, every weekend that we get. So raise that Madrinas, raise whatever you guys got. If you're hanging out wherever you are in the world, if it's morning, if it's afternoon, if it's late night, whatever you're drinking, guys. Now we hold up our cup, our mug, our shaker, our can, and we cheers this weekend. Kro, thank you so much for coming out and doing episode 4. Guys, we're gonna attack this weekend like we do everyone with a positive heart, mind, and spirit. Thankful, so thankful for Kro and his community for coming out and chilling and sailing. Cheers, Kro. Yeah.
There's a health to the company.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Dude, I put ice in my shaker and it transforms the coffee experience.
Yes, it does.
It absolutely transforms it. All right.
I did that with my old shaker with like the little wire ball in it. Destroyed that ball.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I gotta get let me do a little pre-read. Do you have the voyage down on the table? You want to do yours or mine?
We can do mine.
We can do yours. Okay.
That's not. We're gonna pick that right back up. There we go.
Here we go. We're voting.
Accidentally put an Ash and Athena down. I was like, no.
No, please no, Roar. Not today. What do we say to the god of the roar? Not today.
Not today.
Guys, Party Boats and Thieves is a podcast experience brought to you and fueled by Madrinas Coffee. Madrinas brings you the absolute best tasting cold brew worldwide, making it available in both 16-ounce cans and our brand new 8-ounce serving powder tubs. These guys right here. Kro's got the can. I got the tub. The Madrinas cold brew powder, guys, just launched this summer, and it lets you ship our amazing cold brews anywhere around the world at a very low shipping cost. If we are trying to ship you the cans around the world, shipping can be a little higher, so go for the powder, go for the tubs, go for these guys right here. Shipping is very, very friendly.
Yep.
So guys, if you're ready to fuel up with your favorite Madrinas cold brew, or if you've never had Madrinas and you want to join the hype, head on over to madrinascoffee.com and check out all of our cold brew options, and be sure to use discount code KroTukk for 20% off your entire order. As of today, discount code KroTukk is live. So if you want to support your boy Kro, head on over to the Madrinas Coffee web store. Make sure at checkout, guys, you put in your Twitch name. You will get a very fancy alert that pops up on Kro's stream. So if you use discount code KroTukk and you put in your Twitch name, you're gonna trigger an alert on Kro's stream. It'll probably scare him because it's a really loud crack of a can, and it'll spin out onto the stream. All right, you ready to do this? Are you getting drunk in game right now?
No.
No, it's let's do this. No, Dre, we cheers with coffee, and now we cheers with grog.
Yes. Wait, I need more. We're gonna do that.
Dude, you know what they need on these boats? I've been saying this. They need like grog pong. I want to be able to set up 2 tables with tons of cups. I want to be able to play grog pong, like throw skulls in little mugs. Like while we're sailing from island to island, I need grog pong in my life.
I was also thinking something like that, like 5-finger fillet would be funny in this game with like the voting daggers.
Oh, that would actually be super fun.
Like in Red Dead.
Yeah. That would be super fun. All right, we're starting out very hammered right now.
Could get kind of dark though, I guess. Well, he lost a finger. Hook finger incoming. In before hook fingers and Sea of Thieves.
All right, man. I think we got to sail north by northwest.
Northwest.
You know how disorienting this would be to do this entire voyage drunk?
Oh my, no, I couldn't do it.
Our anchor's still down.
Oh no! God.
Be careful. I'm throwing up everywhere right now, man. Oh God.
I'm blind.
All right, KroTukk. Good sir.
Yes, sir.
Pineapple on pizza. Tell me about it.
I mean, I'm probably not ordering it, but
Never?
I'm not like, I'm not the kind of, it's not supposed to do that. Like, eat what you want, I guess.
Some people have very strong opinions about it, so I had to broach that subject. I just got to get it out of the way. Let's get it out. I
just don't like pineapple. Don't at me.
You don't like pineapple?
Nope.
Hold on, what's your favorite fruit then?
My favorite fruit? Green apples.
Like the sour kind?
Yep.
What do they call those? Granny Smiths?
I think so.
Bro, you know what? We're about to be in apple season right now. Like the fall, they have all the different types of apples. Like, have you ever had a Honeycrisp apple?
Yes.
That to me, that beats a Granny Smith. That beats a Granny Smiths are good for making pies though.
Yeah.
Like if you ever had an apple pie, Granny Smiths go well with that. All right.
Applewood's also great for smoking, like not like smoking, but like smoking meat.
Applewood?
Yeah.
Or
And
like
cherry.
wood from an apple tree?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not into smoking stuff because I don't eat meat. So it's like, but I've heard that before. Yeah, man, I don't eat meat. I'm a vegetarian. Well, I
didn't know.
So I eat fish, and so people call that a pescatarian. But I feel like it's just way easier to say vegetarian. You know what I mean? Because everyone like understands that, and like, I don't know. I try not to like focus the attention on it. But anyway, I don't.
Right.
It's like I've never smoked.
No red meat or fowl. I like it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I can't do it.
Yo,
I'm a
so
wimp.
you're in Arkansas, right?
Yup.
You've been there your whole life?
Well, I lived in Texas for a few years,
What part?
and really close to Missouri. I lived in a little suburb of Dallas called Carrollton.
Oh, Carrollton. There's a lot of I feel like I said this to Burger too, but there's like a lot of football players that come from Carrollton. Like
Wow.
like y'all, like the Texas area has obviously like a ton of like football talent. That's why I know some of these like small towns, just 'cause I'm like a freak when it comes to college football. So like I've heard of that before. But you're mainly in Arkansas?
Yeah.
You've been there for
Born and raised.
Born and raised. Nice. Well, hold on. Why were you in Texas?
My mother and my father split up, and mom went to travel for work, and we went to Texas for a few years.
So that was with your mom
Yeah.
that you went to Texas? Was that high school time or a little after?
That was like 2nd to 4th grade.
2nd to 4th grade. Yeah. Do you have like Texas pride now?
No.
None.
I hated it. Hello?
Really?
Lad just bought some Madrinas.
Yo,
With
Laga,
coupon
man.
code KroTukk. Scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah. I told you I was gonna scare him.
I legit jumped. It's like, ah.
I told you I was gonna scare him. Laga, thank you for scaring Crow. By the way, what are you?
Thanks, lad.
Are you watching this compass? I don't know. I'm like,
Oh,
I think
that's a
it's
good
this way.
idea. Yeah, we're still going the right way.
I feel like we're going to
Ish.
Smugglers.
Oh man, probably.
You know what I mean? Like way up there. Where do we
it's a
spawn?
little bit to
Sanctuary
the
or Golden
left from
Sands?
where we're at. But, yeah, northwest.
Okay, so born and raised in Arkansas, and you're still there, dude. Arkansas is like dope. There's like a lot of dope hiking in Arkansas.
A lot, yeah.
There's some.
There's a
What?
place, if you're ever in the area, northwest Arkansas, look up Devil's Den. That's a great place to go hiking. You know, I think there's campgrounds out there. It's a really beautiful area.
Devil's Den in Northwest.
Yeah.
Northwest Arkansas is like honestly some of the most like gorgeous country like that
100%.
that you'll see. If there's to me there's two places that don't have water that stand out, because like I always do that disclaimer, because it's like any place that has water, like a gorgeous bay or like an ocean view, it's kind of like unfair. Like that's pretty awesome. But like there's two places that are like landlocked that are super dope to visit, and it's Oregon's one, like the middle part of Oregon, like it's super gorgeous, but the other one is Northwest Arkansas. There's so much dope like hiking. What, don't you guys have like a big lookout? There's like a big like one, it's called like the Crag, or like, what am I thinking of, up in that north central Arkansas? You know what I'm talking about?
I missed that. I was yelling at Captain Falcor. I'm sorry. What was the last bit?
There's like a big area in Northwest Arkansas,
Okay.
like called like the Lookout Crag or something like that. I gotta look it up. Does that sound familiar at all?
Not really. There's a lot of cool places like that, though.
Yeah, no, like the it's like near Bull Shoals.
Oh, it's like northern central-ish.
Yeah, northern central.
Okay.
I forget what
Actually,
it's called.
Hang a left.
Oh, on the boat.
Yep, we got a big old butt-shaped rock, right? It looks like Sailor's Bounty, actually.
Oh, it's Sailor's Bounty. Dope. Not Smugglers. Good.
Yeah,
Smugglers
I
takes
would
forever.
be upset about smugglers.
So you plan on being in Arkansas for a while, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah.
There's so much to like. Are you a college football fan at all?
Very little.
Because
I know about the Razorbacks.
yeah,
Somewhat.
Arkansas. I've been to like Fayetteville's campus a couple times where they have games, man. Like you never go tailgate there or anything like that. It's always a good time.
Well, my wife actually went to school there and works near campus, so I'm kind of like obligated
To yeah, you guys got to go take advantage of some of that tailgating, man. Some of that football.
Oh yeah. Yep. And Mrs. Kroll was in marching band all through high school with me. That's actually how we met. Been together about 10 years, and it so she was in band all through college as well. So I got to go to a lot of the games.
Did you do? Was that was your big thing in like when you were growing up? Is the marching band?
Yep, I was a big music nerd.
So you were at all the football games.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys met
all the local ones anyway.
all the local ones. Is there? You're in more of a small town?
Mm-hmm. Tiny little town.
Tiny little town.
I think we have maybe 10,000 people.
Oh snap! That is small. That's
It's like
small.
not a tiny town, I guess. Could be smaller, but
I mean, there's so well. I guess that's true. You got some. There's some towns around you that have like less than 1,000 or something like that. Up in that Arkansas area. That's
Yeah, a
I'm in
couple
Missouri, so it's like, once you get outside of St. Louis, where I am, it's a lot of small town. Like the whole thing is just that whole stretch of country. But that's why I've gotten.
St. Louis is so beautiful.
You like it here?
It's a nice place. I've driven through several times.
Yeah, St. Louis is dope. It's there's some like easy to access things around here, so it's like so like nice to be centrally located. So you've been streaming Sea of Thieves since the game came out, or how long have you been grinding on this game?
Well, I got to play on the alpha, and things were weird in the alpha. And
how'd you get access to alpha?
Up to it. It was with Insider program. I don't remember what it's called, but I haven't really done anything with it since. And it was like you had to apply for it, get into the thing, and then like you would be given access. There was a big embargo and everything. But anyway, I did alpha. I did the beta when it came out, and then like when you were able to stream the beta, I was like, I guess I'll stream this. I was playing TF2 a lot at the time, and it was just I got hooked. I remember the first thing that really grabbed my attention was when we got in game, and the first time I played with anybody, not alone. I started playing music on my hurdy-gurdy, and my crewmate walked up to me and started playing with me, and it synced up perfectly like it does, right?
Right.
And it just blew my mind. I was like, how did they do that?
So what year is this about?
That was 2018.
Oh, okay. I thought when you said alpha, I thought you meant you were playing some of like the early testing, like 2015, 2016, 2017.
Oh, I was talking about the beta. I don't
Just the
remember
beta.
when
Oh, the beta. Okay. Did you say beta before? I must have heard you wrong.
Oh yeah. Well, when
I got
the
to
beta
drink.
came out and you could stream it. Yeah.
I'm drinking more of this. I need more of this coffee.
The wake up juice.
Yeah. So how long have you been streaming for?
Actually, on the 15th of this month was 3 years.
And that puts you back in 2017. What game? You said you started on TF2?
Yep. Team Fortress 2 and Overwatch and some Call of Duty, Halo. Halo has been a game I've loved for a while. I remember we talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, Halo's. I mean, my background in Halo. Halo's dope. But dude, did you grind? I mean, you played TF2. You probably grinded Overwatch for a while.
A little bit, yeah. I liked Junkrat and I was a big dude. Roadhog, Reinhardt.
Do you ever grind like the competitive stuff?
Oh no.
Never?
No. I never had the temper for it.
Dude, look at this. I'm trying to push it into the ocean. This thing is just like skating Tony Hawk, like pro skater on the edge over here. The whole time. There we go. This robot's moved. All right, we're good. So, hold on. You played Junkrat a lot?
Junkrat, yep.
Junkrat was your guy?
Yep. I was a Mad Max nerd, and he's very Mad Max. Very Wasteland goofy.
So, growing up in a small town, is that what got you into gaming? Because you kind of felt like, not a lot of access to a lot of different stuff? Or was your hometown like really active and you had a ton of stuff to do?
Well, my hometown was really small, and it was a town full of good old boys that just love to go to rodeos and fishing and hunting and all that stuff. And while I did it, you know, I rode in rodeos and stuff. It wasn't really my thing. Like, I did sports, but it wasn't really because I wanted to. It was like my dad thought it would be good for me. You know, that story. And gaming is actually what I found more fun, to my mother's big dismay.
Your mom didn't want you gaming?
Nah, she's like, that's gonna rot your brain.
So, but she wanted you doing rodeo.
Yeah. I guess she'd rather me get thrown from a horse.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what kind of rodeo were you doing?
I didn't do anything real big. I did like grand entry stuff, like riding horses in like a big figure eight. It was pretty cool. I rode in parades. The only thing I did that was really scary was what they call bulldogging. It's where you ride out. Yeah, you're like in a gate, and they turn you and a small steer loose at the same time to the sound of a bell, right?
Okay.
And you're supposed to ride up next to the steer and leap from the horse's back onto the steer, take it down, and hog tie it.
Yo, that's kind of like boarding a ship.
Kind of, yeah.
Did you get a trophy from that?
I never did.
Do you have a bunch of rodeo trophies?
I did it like 3 times total, but I never did it in a rodeo. This was all like in practice. I was like, yeah, Dad, I'm not about this. This is dumb.
So your mom and your dad wanted you both getting into sports?
Mm-hmm.
What else?
And I did for a while. I played football. Baseball was my favorite.
Yo, football, man. Did you play into high school?
Yeah. I played all the way up until the end of freshman year. Sophomore, I didn't go back into football.
All right. Did you have like was your high school like class like 3 or 4A? Like, was it pretty competitive?
I want to say 3A or 4A, yeah.
Dude,
it was somewhat competitive.
Football's fun, man. I've never been able to play it, like, cause I was small always, so that was not for me. I was a way to break my body, but dude, rodeo actually sounds like you probably had a good time with that, doing that jumping thing, like onto other horses.
Yeah,
or steer?
Steers.
Steer?
Yeah, steer is like a bull that has been cut.
Oh, really? Is it a full-size bull?
No, they're like I don't know, juvenile, I guess. They're not babies, but they're not full grown either. Somewhere in the middle.
So you were doing football, baseball, and rodeo as you were growing up. Did you have a bunch of friends that were doing it too?
I had a few. I didn't really make many friends through sports, but in our school it was so small. Like, we had enough people for, like in football, right? There's 11 players on the team, on the field at any given time, and we had enough for like everybody to be in every play, have one person on the bench for the whole game.
Wait, you mean you only had 12 people? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yep.
So you guys had your team was a 12-person football team.
Yep.
So you
played. I moved to a different town, and it was my freshman year, and it was like, it got real. It was a bigger school, and it was like actual football team. I was like, okay, this is great. I'm out.
So what was that? Was that the move to Carrollton?
That was, I was moving from one town in northwest Arkansas to another.
Oh, to another. Okay.
Tiny little town.
Dude,
I lived in.
This is usually the time of the year I like to I've been like going like hiking in like Arkansas, you know, like once every now and again, just because like it gets really gorgeous. I'm gonna have to go down there and bug you to come hiking with me down there.
Absolutely, that sounds like a blast.
Do
I do that stuff a lot.
So you're growing up, you're playing sports, but obviously you're more inclined to gaming, but your parents didn't want you to spend any time doing it.
Yep.
When did you realize that you wanted to create content, or did that come way later?
That came a bit later. When I transitioned, I quit playing sports, started doing marching band all the time, and joined a metal band that was a System of a Down tribute band. Played lead guitar, and
did you do vocals?
A lot of the friends I made in music played video games, so I was just like locked on. Sweet, now I have people to play games with.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Did you do the vocals for your band?
No, I did a little bit. It was like the noises of System of a Down I would do, but like I couldn't sing very well.
Is any of this stuff like? Do you guys have a SoundCloud? Do you have anything that is that's posted on the internet?
Nah, unfortunately, we were just like a garage band. We had like a gig in our hometown at like a festival and scared all the old people. It was come out singing Sugar, and they're like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Dude,
God's watching.
And there was no SoundCloud back then. That was like if you made music and you wanted people to hear it, like you would like do a MySpace.
MySpace, yeah. I think Bandcamp was starting, but I don't think it was anything impressive.
Yo, so you made a hard switch from sports to music, marching band,
Yep.
and you guys had a little you had your little gig. So like who was in you? Was it like your closest friends at the time?
Yeah, it was some friends that I just knew that liked music as well. And like I played guitar, one of them played bass, one played drums. The guy that played bass did vocals too. We were like, dude, you want to just like jam? Like, yeah, sure. We're like, what do you want to learn to play together? We're like, I don't know, what's the easiest metal song we can find? And it was Bounce by System of a Down. And we all loved System of a Down. So we're like, sweet, let's do that.
Dude, certainly your parents would have like preferred you to game over playing music, because like that's especially System of a Down. You had to be keeping everybody up.
Yep.
You're in a
And the
small
amp
town.
I
Everyone's
bought-
like, yo, turn this music off.
Yeah. Yeah. Like my first summer job, I saved up for like 2 months and bought my first big amplifier. It was a PV Valve King 112. It had 2 tubes and a like 12 or 13-inch speaker. It was it had two volume levels. It had off and turn it down.
Do you still have it?
I don't. It broke.
Do you not make?
And I never got it fixed.
Do you make music anymore?
I've been getting back into it. I got a new guitar. I'll actually show you. I got it right behind me.
Yo, you're a creative dude, man. You've been like Kro's telling me all about. For anyone that's listening, you know, that here live or whatever, like Kro's telling me all about how he's like doing these painting streams too, and like you've been doing that for a while, right?
Yeah.
Like on Wednesday's your painting day.
Yep. I've been getting back into that in the last few months.
Dude, like that's sick. You got all these sorts of like creative things that you got going on. Playing sports, you must have been like, yo, this is not what I want to be doing.
Yeah, I was like, this is fun and all, you know. I like, yeah, you know, everybody kind of grows up enjoying physical activity, but it just ended up not being how I wanted to spend my time.
And you
It
had
wasn't where my passions were.
what'd you say? It was a time. You grew up around a bunch of good old boys. Is that what you said?
Yep. Yeah, a bunch of good old boys.
So
Never made no harm.
so you're growing up and you're doing this thing, but then you make the hard switch. You're in a garage band. You're doing marching band, and
Yep.
you find Mrs. Kro there.
Yep, that's actually a funny story.
What, in high school?
Yeah.
It's
Found
dude.
her in my junior year.
Oh, what were you guys just hanging out? You guys were both like at practice, and you're just like, yo, you want to hang out? And what was it normal, or did you have one of these awkward first encounters like burgers?
It was awkward. It wasn't that awkward. It wasn't burgers awkward, but I was. It was in this show we were doing about the Berlin Wall and like that whole thing. It was like a historical show, right, for a
Sure.
halftime show, and we took those to competitions. Actually, did really well. Ended up winning a bunch. And anyway, at one of the after-school practices, we'd practice, I think Wednesdays, for like a couple hours after school. The whole band would just run through the show over and over, step by step. And there was a part where we were imitating military block, like in, you know, big square blocks, and we would like intersect, like in The Lion King, you know, all the hyenas marching.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
their
yeah,
squares
yeah.
would intersect. We were doing kind of like that,
Like when
and it would move
Scar
around the
is
field.
singing, that's like his
Yeah.
whole yeah.
Yeah, and I played marching baritone, which baritone is like a tuba but smaller. It has more of a medium range rather than super low.
Okay.
And I'm coming out to blast my solo for this section. It's like where all the low brass, each low brass has one like leader, quote unquote, kind of like in military, you'd have one officer leading each block.
Yeah.
And I was stepping forward to play the big, like, slow, blasting, marching tone, and Mrs. Kro was in color guard. And she had crossed right in front of me because they had this thing where they were all in capes and had their, like, rifles, like they were the sneaky SS or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Sneaking through the block. And the butt of her rifle hits me right under my left arm in the ribs as I'm about to blast my solo. So it comes out like a goose that just got booted across the yard.
Yo, does everyone stop and stare at you, or you just keep going? You just roll with it.
The band director looked right at me and just shook his head. We kept going.
Yo, that's pretty sly though. Like you think you might have like accidentally like intentionally planned that? Been like, yo, I want to ask her out, so I'm gonna make sure that we run into each other, literally.
Man, I wasn't that clever. She might have.
So then afterwards, you guys just laugh about it, and then you go hang out.
Yeah, we'd laugh about it in the band room, and then it was the most awkward. I don't know how this worked. Boys, listen up, right? So I messaged Mrs. Crow on Facebook because I had to say I called her Buddy because like I didn't know her name at first, right? And I called her, hey, buddy. I messaged her on Facebook. Hey, buddy, you should text me. Here's my number. Just straight baseball slide straight into the DM, you know what I mean?
But I feel like Buddy is like, that shouldn't have worked.
It shouldn't have. You're right.
Like Buddy, that doesn't sound like, you know what I mean? That just sounds like pal.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Okay, so you just slid into the DMs with Buddy, and that worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're learning.
How did you get a girl like her? I have no clue.
Between Burger and doing what he did on his first date, and between your first contact with Mrs. Crow, I don't know if this is like a real good tutorial for like, you know what I mean, like how to find the love of your life, but it worked anyway.
Just let her smack you in the ribs with a rifle. And
then call her Buddy. So hold on. So you guys were, she was not in marching band. She was in color guard, or is that all part of the same thing?
It's all part of marching band. They just like, spin flags and rifles and sabers and whatever to the music. Okay. That the band plays.
Gotcha. Okay. So you guys were both into that, obviously, and now you're still together. So it sounds hopefully like an awesome relationship ever since. So.
Oh, absolutely.
But
definitely
I mean,
saved me from some stuff.
were you hardcore into gaming at the time? Like in that point in your, I mean, so like you're in high school, you got the garage band, you got your marching band. You know what I mean? Like, are you like hardcore into it, or have you not really found that as like an outlet for yourself yet?
I hadn't really taken to it big time. Like I would play Halo 3 online with some friends, Borderlands, Left 4 Dead. But like after high school, I was living with a friend of mine because, mother and I had a not so great relationship, and I got out of it.
Oh, with your mom?
I lived with some friends. Yeah.
Okay.
And they played games all the time. So that's when I really took to it big time, and I started working at a lovely establishment we know in the U.S. as GameStop.
Were you were you like just a normal game advisor, or were you like were you like a key holder? Were you like an SGA or a manager or anything?
I was an SGA for 3 years and got passed up twice for management by people that I had trained.
Oh, really?
And I was #1 in our district for like consumer satisfaction, like best surveys, best numbers.
Yeah.
So I
that basically
got out
means
of that.
That basically means you weren't pushing pre-orders or Game Informer subscriptions on people.
Yeah, I wasn't like shoving it in their face,
which is
but
why you
still
got
some of the best numbers.
Which is why you got passed up, even though that customer satisfaction was, you know what I mean? Like that's what. Because I was at GameStop also, and that was like the thing, man. Like, get your subs, get your.
That was the best part. People thought, we're pushing so hard because we make commission, and he's like, no, we're pushing so hard so we can keep our jobs.
Keep our jobs. It's literally like, you'd be like, am I gonna get fired if I can't like get a pre-order for like the next Left 4 Dead? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. But there, when I would be cleaning, it was a small town, right? Still a small town. That didn't have a lot of business there. So like our percentages were really high, but for our own personal stores goals, they weren't great. Like for the district, we blew the rest of the district out of the water. But since it was so slow, I started watching this little streamer who would get, maybe 20 to 50, maybe a couple hundred views at the time. His name was Tim the Tat Man.
Oh, man.
And I became a big fan of Mr. Tim. He's the reason I got an Xbox One, the reason I got into Titanfall, and Call of Duty, and the rest was history.
What year was this?
Oh man, this was probably 2012 or 13, maybe 2014.
Dude,
maybe.
Tim's been streaming a minute.
He's been going for a while.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
Tiger Rider. I liked watching Tiger Rider as well.
So you're working at GameStop because you move out and you're no longer living with your mom. Is your dad still living like in Arkansas at this time, or is he down in Texas? How did you?
He's still living in Arkansas.
Okay.
He just kind of. I make this joke, right? I have a tattoo on my arm of my father. It's right here.
Oh, okay.
Much like him, the tattoo was never there.
Oh God. Okay. Well, but he's there. Like, are you are you in contact with him?
A little. I haven't really spoken to him in a little while, but
so
he's a veteran and got a lot of PTSD and like alcoholism issues, so I don't really talk to him often.
Yeah. That's too bad, man. But at least he's close, right? I mean, at least you can maybe kind of connect with him sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
he's
what about
only a DM away?
So at the time you move out, you're living with some buddies in high school, or is this like right after you graduate?
This was pretty much right after I graduated. I moved in with some friends.
Gotcha. And you're working at GameStop, and then now all of a sudden you're at work. Remember at GameStop how you'd have like the monthly like DVD, like
God, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you'd play the like it would give you, here's the month's promotions, and you'd put it on the TV. And it'd be like maybe an hour-long loop, and you'd have to listen to it all day, every day for the entire month.
I got really big into Phil Collins. Thanks, NBA.
Dude.
I can feel it come.
They should have. They should have just had us just put Twitch on.
Dude, right? Yeah.
Also, brother, I'm having the most impossible time finding this dig up. This is Wanderers, right? I mean, like.
Yeah, we're let me see my compass here. What are you trying to tell me? Oh no.
You see that?
Oh no. It's an island to the north of us.
This is Wanderers though.
The compass is pointing
What am I missing? What am I missing here?
North.
No, but not the compass. Look at the map.
Okay. Caught up.
What am I missing?
Let me see. That's annoying. Oh, that's annoying.
You know what I mean? Like, because we have it.
Yeah.
It's
just enough to see the eggs.
Yeah, but like, what part of the island? Like, we got to go to that. Like, I feel like where we just were was right. Maybe.
Chat, stop.
Is this wrong?
No, you're right. Yeah. Oh God, stop, Skelly, quick.
So then there's the little middle passage.
All right, it's like a north.
Dude, I just didn't want to take us on a goose chase for more pieces of paper if we already can see the X. Like, it should be like right there. Hold on. Dude, Kro, you're supposed to be the PvE lord right now. In this, like, this is not my forte.
Yeah. And chat's like, you're making a PvE. Sorry.
No, I mean, it's got to be really close to here.
Yeah, you're getting pretty close.
I swear I've dug a hole in this entire area and have no idea what I'm looking at here.
Let me go utilize the ship's map and get a closer look.
So just so everyone knows, this is like, it's way chiller for us to do PvE and like chat and stuff, but when we
we both got that ultra focus mode, so PvP would make this difficult.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't talk about anything. It would just literally be sync,
big, huge, massive,
kill it all,
just over and over again. we were loading up this server, getting ready to like go live, and Kro and I were both just chilling, waiting, like, because I'm doing some tech stuff on our side, and all of a sudden our sloop starts getting a barrage of like cannon volleys, and we look up and it's a galley.
Oh, no.
And they come over and they try to sink us, and I mean, they were just like, yo, like, we're gonna sink you, like, you suck, and so, you know, they're just being like all toxic and stuff. So then It was very, very, very fun to be able to turn that on them. And we had to get off the server because they figured out who we were. And they said that they were not going to let us do this effectively. They were just going to just hunt us. So we moved off.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I think we probably have to go get the piece of paper because I can't find this. Unless you can find this, I'll kill some skellies. There it is. There it is. I didn't get a music cue for it either.
I'm getting bullied. Stop it. You leave him alone.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be. This has like been Crescent and Mermaid. Like every single time. There it is. Crescent Isle.
Crescent
Silver
Isle.
key. What's a silver key?
That's not bad.
I haven't seen a silver yet.
Silver is just under gold.
So like it's kind of like a lottery, like depending on what you get. Okay.
And those skellies that spawn when that chest pops up drop a bunch of trinkets, which is it helps, I guess.
Oh, dude, we didn't. We gotta stop by and fly the emissary.
Oh yeah.
Which I think Golden Sands is on the way. Yep, Golden Sands right on the way. We'll just stop. All right, man. So you worked at GameStop for 3 years?
Yep.
And
I don't like to just use the cop out, but like the manager at the time that took the last straw for me was a guy that had been there maybe 6 months and had been there 3 years, and I blew his numbers out of the water, right? And anyway, he they tell me they tell me it's just to be fair, we're gonna give him an interview because he wants one. I was like, okay, whatever. And so he gets his interview, and lo and behold, he gets the job.
and then you leave.
I was like, oh, this is great. That's great, wonderful. And I called him out. I was like, you two in high school, I remember you guys were in a band together. You hung out all the time.
Oh, that's how it went down. There was some favoritism.
I was like, okay. He's like, no. This was a corporate decision. I was like, okay, whatever, brother. Well, I'll start putting in applications now. Unless you start giving me some hours, I'm out.
And you're like, this is a corporate decision. You slide your 2 weeks over.
Yeah. Corporate decision right here.
But I mean, honestly, you look back at it, it's a blessing, right?
Yeah, big time. Big time. If I had made it into like management and God forbid corporate at that place, I'd be worried about my job security right about now.
I mean, you're just kind of talking about GameStop's just position in the market.
Yeah.
In a place with or in a time of like where you digitally download literally everything.
Yep. Now they're like a toy store. They bought out a bunch of stuff, and they sell a bunch of collectibles and stuff now.
So you move on from GameStop, and where'd you go after that?
I started working in factories, and I worked in 2 different factories, and I led a vaccination team for Tyson Foods.
Tyson, that's right. I remember you telling me that at one point, a long time ago. Tyson. And that's is that like the main employer down like in like your region is like Tyson's like manufacturing and all of their production and everything down there?
There's a bunch of the big industries around here, like Allen's Canning, which is no longer a thing. There's Tyson, there's Simmons, there's George's, there's all kinds of different poultry, but it's a very industrial area. It's for all the good old boys that don't care how hard they work for their, pittance.
and is that what, I mean, obviously what got your family there? Is your dad was working for a company, relocated, moved him there, or is your dad from there also?
My dad is from a place not too far from here, but it's pretty much the same story in that town. Okay.
And so you go from growing up with the good old boys to now you're working with them. Right? I mean, because it's, probably what, a 9 to 5 that you're working, or were you doing like crazy hours?
10 to 6, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. night shift.
Oh, you were doing night shift.
Yep, 6 nights a week.
If only we would have known each other back then, I could have just sent you coffee.
Right? I would have needed it. I was a forklift operator, and if I wasn't caffeinated, I was running into things.
Yo, what's your most destructive forklift story?
Oh, that's a fun story. There's 2. You'd have to decide between. So there's one time I was trying to work super hard and go super fast loading trailers with product. And the whole team was trying to go slow because they wanted their overtime. I'm like, if we work Saturday, I'm kicking somebody's ass. ass. Like, if we work this Saturday, I'm kicking somebody's ass. Because we were going to go travel and do a medieval fighting event.
Yeah.
And I was not about to miss it for them. And I actually blew a hydraulic line for my mast lift and spread hydraulic fluid all over the place and caused 3 forklift wrecks.
Oh, wait, hold on. How'd you blow it?
I was pulling in real quick to this little rack and picking up a pallet, and it had clipped a piece of metal and broke it. And when it did that, the rack slid back with the product on it and actually crimped the line and cut it.
Yo. And so then 3 other forklifts go down?
Yep, because they slide in the oil is right at a corner, and nothing got damaged from them, but it spilled a lot of product. But there was this other time where I straight up ran 8 miles an hour into an I-beam that was rated to survive a nuclear blast.
And how fast are you going? You said only 8?
8 was our max.
8, okay, yeah.
And I didn't see it. It was hidden behind the right side of my mast in the blind spot. And I hit it, and it, like, the whole back end of the forklift come up and turned about 30 degrees and come back down. And I was wearing a seatbelt and had my hard hat on, thank the Lord, because my head hit the top of the cage.
Oh.
And I hit the steering wheel with my nose. Rolled the right side fork. It was about a 7-foot fork. Rolled it up like a fruit roll up.
Oh.
It was a 10,000-pound forklift. And just boom, rung the building like a bell.
What did they say? Like, you're paying for that?
It was gonna be my fault. It was gonna get me rode up, but it was a new part of the plant, and they didn't have any like safety markers up. They didn't have any yellow paint on anything. Everything was the same color, and we were going through a place that forklifts weren't even really supposed to be in.
Yeah, it wasn't clear. It was technically on them.
Yeah, they were making me go in there, and I, told them, you need to be careful sending forklifts in this side, and I'm the one that hit the beam.
Meanwhile, you're like, yo, I got a trip I'm going on this weekend. That was probably.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
Boom! Slammed into that pole. It was bad.
By the way, I peaced out.
Okay, bye.
I'm taking us to
Just
Crescent.
grabbing a pocket.
Yeah. Hold on. So you said you were doing a weekend fighting event?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you were telling me this a little. You were telling me a little bit about this yesterday. So because you just got a bad headache. You were almost concussed by a shield the other day.
Yeah, actually, that's why I didn't stream yesterday.
So what is this fighting? What is this fighting that you do?
Well, it can be synonymized with the word LARPing.
LARPing.
However,
Okay.
It's not quite LARPing. Normal LARP would have like, spells and levels and whatever. But
yeah, it's like a whole role play thing.
We're just a full contact fighting sport with padded weapons.
So it's less.
It's like a scoring system.
So it's less. It's less about the role play, and it's more about the actual the physical act of fighting people. Okay.
It's like in a LARP, you would get better by leveling up and getting abilities. And what I do, you get better by learning how to fight with swords and shields and arrows and whatever.
And so you've been doing that for a minute, it sounds like, because that was like you were doing it way back then. Like.
Yep.
So you started
I've been doing that for about 7 or 8 years.
I was gonna say, so you started streaming about 2015. You were doing it before then.
Mm-hmm.
No, not 2015. 2017 is when you started streaming.
Yeah.
2017. Okay, you're doing it way back then. How long? So you worked at GameStop. You left. You gave him your best George Costanza. You just basically said, "I'm out." Your best Larry David. You're done. Yeah. and then you move on to a lot of the factory work, a lot of the labor work that's in Arkansas. And then at some point you get fed up with it, or when do you start seeing like, hey, content is for me. I want to lean heavy into this. This is something I think I can do. Like, what is Mrs. Kro saying when you say that to her?
Well, that's when that period was when Mrs. Kro and I got our first house, like our first actual moving in together, settling down, whatever. And I had a Xbox One, I had a PS4, I had a Nintendo Wii U at the time, and I was really big into gaming, and all my friends just if we played games together, I would have them rolling in party chat. I was like,
Yeah.
this is funny. And one of my friends actually is another streamer. Was doing streaming and YouTube and stuff. And I asked him how to do that. You know, is it hard? You know, what do you do? And he just ran me through the ropes of how to use OBS and whatever. And I just did it as a hobby at first because, you know, I had friends that I would like to play with, but they didn't have internet or they didn't have whatever online services to play with. So I'd let them watch me play and we'd just hang out and talk like sitting on the couch next to me, so to speak. Right. And it evolved from there. It started picking up traction, and it at first, Mrs. Crow didn't get it, didn't understand, because it was like, so people are watching you play video games? Sounds boring.
That's always isn't that like such like a moment ever? I feel like everybody is, you know, because I'm 30, you're 27. I feel like we grew up at a time where, like, you know, once people that are like in generations above us, like, you have to have that moment where you explain to them what the heck is actually going on here. Like,
they won't understand it until you show them a paycheck.
Yeah, it's so, I don't know, it's so funny because it's like, you know, I don't anybody watches anything else, but like especially you, because you're in a part of the country that's a little, you know, less, you know, entertainment and content focused, right? I mean, because there's not a lot of people that are doing things like this for their full-time gig.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you tell Mrs.
It's getting better with some of the younger folks growing up, but
you want to put this key in?
For the most part. Yeah.
All right, when we get in there, I'm gonna just focus on throwing all the chests on the ground. If you want to try to find the medallions and do the puzzle, because I actually don't know how to do the puzzle.
All right, that I can do.
You go with that?
Yeah.
All right, dope. I'm just gonna get as many treasure chests as I can. So what does Mrs. Crow say when you're like, hey, I want to lean into this and spend more of my time making content and more of my time gaming for people?
That's actually kind of where I found out I had found the right person, because she was like, if that's what you're passionate about, that's what you want to do, I'll support you. You do it. Just make sure it doesn't affect like our time together or your job.
So it wasn't
okay.
It wasn't even a matter of like whether or not you should. She was just like, just make sure this is important for you, and like you're serious about it.
Yeah.
Yo, that's real
like,
dope.
make sure it doesn't hurt us.
Yo, you got
like,
okay. People are gonna like, anybody that hears this and is like, here's your story the first time, like, that might be listening to this episode, you're gonna get a lot of people being like, yo, how can a relationship be so easy?
Right? Yeah.
You make it sound easy, like y'all just bump into each other and then y'all are just like great for one another. That's dope, man.
It is.
I found one of the
blessings of life.
I found one of the medallions down here. I put it in.
Oh, sweet.
But
here I am playing kung fu movie, sword lunging between platforms.
I found one. There's only one more. And like I said, this ain't my forte, but
Oh, I think I see it.
you got it.
On the other side of that platform that you're standing next to. Can't actually get up to it.
What do we have? 3
Try.
minutes in here?
Yeah.
All right.
It's about hurry time.
Yeah, I'm not even touching the gold piles yet.
All right, how to get to that spot?
Wait.
Got it. All right.
You got it?
Yeah. All right. Get these out of the way here.
All right, I'm just gonna start moving chests out.
Right. Crown, side chain, double chain.
Dude, we need one of those gold ones because they're... Also, why does your emissary not go up when you touch these?
I don't know. That's a thing right now. I guess it's intentional.
Why would it be intentional?
I have no idea.
Like, this ain't a bug?
I guess not. I thought it was.
Like, if there's anything that you think would, like, benefit, it would be your emissary from touching literally all of this.
Yeah, a gold hoarder event you would think would just fit.
Oh, you got the good one? All right, sick. Dude, I don't know how to do this puzzle. I'm grabbing gold now. This is just like this is like those game shows where you take a cart like into the store for like 5 minutes, and anything you can fit in the cart and get out in time is yours. All right, I'm doing gold piles. Do I have you still? We lose Crow?
Sorry. I was muted.
Oh, no, you're good, you're good. All right. Gold piles. Dude, we could have done this so much faster if we would have just figured out where that was on Wanderers.
Yeah, that was something. It took me so long to figure out what we were actually doing there. I was like, wait. Chad was like, the map! I was like, oh, right. Here I am, the PvE lord of the team, being an idiot. I'll see you on the ferry, my friend.
Dude, I wish I could help more with PvE. I just do it very little.
I've actually been doing it very little myself.
So you have...
Not out of, like, boredom, but laziness.
so I mean, because you have a lot of like different theme days, but I'm gonna get to that in a minute. So you get to, because it's post-Mateys Mondays, right?
Yeah.
Post-Mateys Mondays, you do that with Ladga, and then you got you do painting on Wednesdays, and then Cutthroat Thursday.
Yep.
So you got all these theme days. Like I said, dude, you're a creative guy, man. Like I'm just like every time I feel like every single time I tune into your stream, there's always like, you know, something that you're doing that I'm just like, man, I just get on this game, I just blow ships up, man. I'm like, Crow makes it look so awesome, and I'm just like, hey, where's a bigger ship that has more loot that I can blow up? So
I'm right there with you on that, though. Like the first year of this game, I was like all the time just wanting to hunt ships, kill pirates, sink ships. Like I even got a counter for how many ships I had sunk that year, and each year I do it. Last year it was like every time I physically sunk a ship, I would click on my clicker. And with Burger, on the last day of the last complete year, March 20th of this year, we had 1,337 ships.
Whoa, good number, man.
It was perfect. Late. And I was like, yeah, that's it. Can't sink any more today.
That was your elite year on the calendar. By the way, you saw that they have like the ship counter. Yeah, because you took the pirate personality quiz. What's your total ship sunk number up to?
Well, that confuses me because it says like 2,300 something. And I've seen people with like 4,000 and 5,000. I'm like, is it because I don't play arena? Or am I just a casual?
People at 5, not a lot of people at 5,000. That's so many ships. 2,300. I'm right where you are at 2,300. Yo, yeah. I'm gonna add this to the list. I'm about to sync this ship.
Count?
Yeah, add this to the count.
And this year I've been going really slow because I've been, you know, taking more time to do just like shenanigans and encounters with people and, you know, whatever, the different events. So right now we're at 602 for the year since March.
602.
Still a decent amount, but we were much farther last year.
And you're counting by like years that like Sea of Thieves has been out, because they released in March, I think, right? March of 18th.
20th. So we go from like that whole year, March 20th, all the way around.
Okay, so Mrs. Crow's super supportive. You're like, yeah. Because like I said, you're a creative guy. You got all this stuff that you're doing now, but even back then, like you find this outlet for yourself and you're having fun. She's supportive. Is there anyone else that you're like, I need to get their blessing before I really lean heavy into this?
My friends. It was a big thing for my friends. It was like, you know, playing games is fun, but if I'm fitting a stream schedule, I'm not going to be as flexible to just like do things, right? Like when I leaned into it, I really put my shoulder into it and pushed. Like I went and built a gaming PC, and like with one of my tax returns, you know, built a gaming rig and got everything set up and just hit the ground running. And when Sea of Thieves came out was really when my crescendo happened. That's when I really started showing, you know, Mrs. Crow, like, hey, this is becoming a thing.
Right.
It's becoming real. I started paying like one random bill. I'd pick one throughout the month and pay it with what I got from Twitch to show like, hey, and it's paying off. Because I would stream like every single day.
7 days a week?
Yeah, it was like when I wasn't at work, I was live, which drove me crazy, and I had to back off of it for a while.
How many hours were you doing per month?
Per month, I'm not sure, but like during the week, maybe 4 hours a day, because I would work night shift, come home, go to sleep, wake up, stream till I had to leave for work.
So but at some point, this is Crow's request to make sure this doesn't impact our time together. At some point, you're putting stress on that relationship, right?
I was, yeah. And it was because she was also going to school and working a couple of part-time jobs, one at the school. And so she was almost never at home except weekends. So I started taking weekends off of everything.
Of everything, including your work?
Mm-hmm. Well, when nights I wouldn't work. I would not stream.
Okay.
On the weekends.
So,
and I would just stay up throughout the day to hang out with Mrs. Crow on her days off and just have a sucky night at work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what? So was there a moment where you guys like looked at each other and you're like, man, we're spending no time together right now? Or was it more of like you were in like super grind mode because you're a workaholic and then she had to tell you, hey, this is a problem?
That's pretty much what it was.
The second one?
I was in work every day, stream every day, always put shoulder to the plow and work hard and get forward. But it was like, I didn't know how thin I had stretched myself and how like the damage it was starting to do.
It was like, but not only your relationship with Mrs. Crow, but probably it sounds like your friends were important to you. But I mean, at some point you have no time for like a social, like, what I mean? Like a friend group.
Absolutely. It was a struggle for a while.
But then you solve the problem, right? You start adapting and you make a schedule that's a little bit more like healthy for yourself.
Yeah.
And then
made a schedule that was better and started working out a lot when I was at work. Actually working out on 3 breaks at work.
At work?
At work.
Yo, what does that look like? How do you manage that?
I don't know how I did it.
What, did they have a gym there?
They did, yep.
Okay, so it was one of those things where like you're off for 45 minutes and you're gonna go and like instead of you resting, you literally go and you go grind even more.
Yep. That's where like it started weighing on my mind. Was like not only was I physically tired, I was also mentally tired because I never got like downtime to just sit and think.
Yeah. Did you find yourself like kind of like falling into sort of like not a depression, but did you find yourself like, because I mean like you're grinding, you have goals and objectives, you had a happy relationship, so technically nothing is wrong, but you're in a situation where you don't. What's that?
I was talking to myself. I will bring the rowboat over with the
harpoon.
Oh
yeah. No, but like, do you find yourself in a situation where you don't know how to fix the problem, or because I mean ultimately you're trying to do something that makes you happy, but you haven't. It doesn't sound like you had grown it to a point yet where it was fully sustainable, because you're picking 1 bill a month, but I mean you got a whole host of bills that need to get paid. Yeah,
that was just with Twitch. Like my main job, my factory work, I was making really good money.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, but
I was putting money back, and like we went on a couple of trips, vacations. We got married in a really nice place, and it helped a lot.
Did you guys did you do a destination wedding?
Kinda, yeah. We did it was like a small elopement package, just a couple of people went with us.
That's dope, man.
We actually got married in Eureka Springs at a haunted hotel called the Crescent Hotel.
Wait, hold on. Is that in really Arkansas?
Cool. Yeah.
Eureka Springs. Wait, hold on. I remember what I was talking about earlier. Hawksbill Crag. That's the work. That's what I was thinking of. I think that is near Eureka Springs. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. If you're if you're looking for a dope spot, Hawksbill Crag.
All right.
That's the one to make note of. Hawksbill.
Okay.
Yeah. Hawksbill Crag down.
Okay.
It's really close to you. It's got this really cool big lookout. In fact, I'm gonna pull it up right now, just so I can show anyone that's that's seeing this. Right here, dude. Look at this, man. Hold on. This right here is in. Can you see my screen?
Let me pull it up real quick.
That right there is like right next to you. It's like this big lookout over the forest. And like I said, I love doing Arkansas like around this time of year because of like all the way that all like the leaves turn color.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, this right here. Dude, an elopement package here. Imagine that just standing right there.
Yeah. And that's what I loved about that hotel. It's in, like in the mountains in Eureka Springs. It's a big mountain, and it was like we got married in November, so like it was just nothing but an ocean of orange when we look out off the balcony. It was pretty. Yeah, just like that. That's
You
beautiful.
See that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So dope, man. You start finding your like you start paying bills and you start growing. And is this at the point where you're playing what games did you start streaming?
I started streaming just whatever odds and ends. Like TF2 was my most played. But I also played like Guitar Hero and like Call of Duty. And
Okay.
It was just like wide variety.
But like your first main game, like if you had a main game, you would say TF2 was your first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And were you
I
finding
was a heavy main.
were you finding growth with that, or what got you to switch off? Just your like you saw Sea of Thieves and you're like, this is dope, or were you itching for like, hey, I need to, like from a business standpoint, I need to like find something new?
Actually, that's a fun story. It's a bit of both, really, because I was a big history nerd all through like high school, and like so I was into like the pirate era stuff. Pirates of the Caribbean, loved those, and so Sea of Thieves really spoke to me. I really loved it. It was a game I was passionate about, but TF2 also was getting to the point where as I was gaining notoriety as a heavy main, right? Like I was gaining a following in the TF2 community, and that community, I'm not sure if you've played that game recently.
No.
Is not the not the best community to be in. It's pretty toxic. Like I would have people like stream snipe to get into my lobbies, and they would have like banners that, you know, they had signs they could carry and they had sprays you could put on stuff. I had to turn all that off because people were putting like, you know, swastikas and like horrible things just to put it on my stream and try to get me banned, and like would come into chat and spam some shenanigans just to, I guess, get a minute of fame, right?
So did you play Overwatch like as an alternative, or like, because like if you're gonna play TF2, the closest thing to it's Overwatch, or were you like, hey, I need to make a switch to something completely brand new, and then Sea of Thieves catches your eye? By the way, dude, what the heck? This is like a gorgeous layout.
Yes.
Look at that.
How pretty.
So Sea of Thieves catches your eye, and then you're like, this is it. This is for me.
Yep. I slowly like started playing it more and more, and then like as content would come out, I would play it, you know, more around the content release, and then eventually just it became my primary game. And that's where I started like getting into like role playing. When I first started, I was a bit different. When I first started playing Sea of Thieves, I was a bit different then, because I would always be wearing a pirate hat and a bandana and like talking like a pirate the entire time.
Like the full role
in
play?
Character. Yeah, full character stream.
You can vote
all the time.
Vote on this one, by the way. So,
but it like I eventually got burnt out on it and didn't want to like force it.
yeah, I mean, dude, a live character act for that many hours, you know what I mean? Like, it's one thing if you're gonna be a YouTuber, but live, dude, every day like that, I'm not saying you can't do it. I mean, obviously you think about like Doc or, you know, any other character actors that pull that off, but I mean, like, dude, that's a tall ask.
I've even got some people in chat right now that have been watching since that time. They're like, man, I remember the first time you hunted a Meg, and it's like they miss that. Like I miss doing it all the time. Now I do it on special occasions. Like this weekend, Twitch drops, right? And this double gold weekend just so happened to fall on Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Yeah.
And in 2018, I was the champion of Talk Like a Pirate Day. Sea of Thieves had a competition on Twitter where you would like record yourself talking like a pirate or whatever, and the winner they would choose would get a big treasure chest full of swag. And so I rewrote a song as a sea shanty about something, a video that was posted about a guy jumping off of a ship, right, to board a sloop, and then getting hit in the face with a cannonball. Right, and I called it Rookie Sailor.
Get out!
And actually
you wrote
won.
a song like that? Mm-hmm. Is that something that you have a link of? Where's the SoundCloud link to that? I need to hear that.
You see, I think it's on my
It's
Twitch
called Rookie Sailor.
videos.
Do you still have the treasure chest?
I do, actually. It's right behind me.
Hold on, can you point
See
to it?
here. Yeah. It's kind of hidden. I'll just get it. Ah.
Yo. Dude, that's sick, man. You won that on Talk Like a Pirate Day in 2018?
Yep.
Is that signed by the whole team?
Yep.
Dude, that's sick, man.
And the party crab meme became a thing.
Party crab?
It says hashtag party crab lives. Somebody wrote on there.
Wait, what's the party crab?
It was a meme of like this song, this music video where like a bunch of crabs dancing on a beach to this like EDM song, and it just blew up. And they put it on that box, and now it's like my #1 emote. It's on all my merch and everything.
Oh, is it? Okay, that's the party crab?
Yep.
Dude, I didn't know. I've seen it. I just haven't seen the. I just didn't know the story behind it. Okay, so you started out doing the role play with Sea of Thieves, but you were you obviously you're not doing role play for like TF2 before Sea of Thieves comes out, right?
No, I dressed up a couple of times for like events. Like they did a
Cosplay.
special event. Yeah. Did a special event where they did an update for the Hoovy, the Heavy, but I played Hoovy, which is just a joke, right?
Yeah.
And I found someone on Etsy that they knitted hats and things, and I had to make one that's in the game. It's pretty fun. It's called the Tough Guy's Toque. It's like a beanie.
So you make the switch out of TF2 because it's toxic, and you need something new. You switch over to Sea of Thieves. You start doing the role play. You're doing things like making songs and winning treasure chests, and then the growth starts happening for you.
Yep.
Is it is it pretty noticeably different than like when you were playing TF2, and then you're like, yo, like you start getting pretty excited because you're like, wow, I think I can really do this and keep growing it.
Yeah, it was really like fairy tale-esque how perfect it was for me, because like pirates are it's just a genre I've been really big into, right?
Yeah.
And like this game came out right about the time I wanted to go big in streaming, you know, and it's just perfect. I love the game. I love, the community. I love the devs. I love everything, the team that makes everything. Love it all. And it started growing, and so I just really sunk myself into it. Started running like server takeover events and community fun games and things. I even had a little tournament I would do. I would challenge people I found in the sea to sword duels inside a volcano in the Roar, and I called it the Plunder Dome.
The Plunder Dome. Yeah. Yo, did you make any YouTube videos out of all this?
No, that's my one downfall so far, is I have no clue how to edit and haven't had time to really dedicate to learn.
Because I feel like, with the role, we were just talking about how like role play, if you are going to be in character, like a live character act for that long, and you got all these like little things that you do post many Mondays, like the Plunder Dome, dude, like that's like form fit for, VOD content, right? Don't you feel like that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. I could definitely make compilations, and I downloaded 1,000 some odd clips from the last DMCA hubbub. So that's one thing I've been wanting to do as practice. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, chat.
Yo, by the way, we only have 2 pieces, but this feels like Canon Cove, right? Can you just check my work?
Looks like canon, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely canon.
All right, dope.
Good chat, proud of you.
We're going straight east.
All right. Let's see.
Okay, so you start growing. Sea of Thieves, obviously the community is great. And then at what point do you start paying 2 bills?
That was about the time where I had really been paying bills for a while regularly and being able to save money. Was right before TwitchCon 2019, right before TwitchCon 2019. It's 2019. And so in about a year's time, I made enough of a crescendo where it was like a thing. That's where I started, you know, calling myself a streamer instead of like doing it as a hobby for fun, whatever, on the side. And that's where I was, the point where I was waiting out to see if it could actually carry me. Right, and at TwitchCon was a blast. I went in character, you know, head to toe in my pirate outfit, met a bunch of people, talked to devs, you know, it was really funny. I was signing autographs at the Sea of Thieves booth, and I was sitting next to Pace, who was sitting next to Tased and Confused. So like 2, you know, well-dressed, you know, freshly trimmed, you know, nicely shaved, professional-looking dudes, and I'm just there with his like black beard and like this giant tankard and a big red coat and a hat. It was like, hi guys, I'm the weird kid.
Dude, I'll tell you what right now though, man, like that, you're like the level of like, you know, in character that like I've seen, like, you know, obviously that you have gotten into historically, and like when you do that in an event, because I've seen pictures, that's like the when you're operating at that level, that's like, because like I said, I just get on, I love having a good time and sinking a bunch of ships, but I look at you and I'm like, man, that dude is so creative. Like he's taking it to the next level. Like that's what winning looks like, to be a Sea of Thieves streamer. It's cool, man. You know what I mean? Like that whole, but you don't do it as much anymore.
Not as much, no. It's just, I don't know. It got to the point where I would do it so often, the pirate voice would like wreck my throat, and it would like, my voice would wane. I could only do it for so long.
Did you?
Because like when I'm in the pirate character, I kind of have more of a gravelly voice, and I remember chat. What was that? Like 2 weeks, where I barely had a voice, and my laugh went from a wheeze to a squeak.
So what? You woke up one day and like your voice was gone, or did you have like some pain, or what? Or it was just way different.
Well, I remember what started that couple-week period. Was I did like a 13-hour stream or 14-hour stream, something like that, and I was laughing the whole time because it was right after like the Reaper's Mark and everything became a thing, and this is the most epic day I think I've had as far as PvP goes. We were running a galleon that had been started from one of my friends,
okay,
and he called it the Bone Crusher because, you know, the Bone Crusher set, and it's like we all had names for our ships and everything. We had like ranks. I had like a quartermaster, a first mate, and everything. And anyway, we're rolling on the Bone Crusher, and with the Reaper's Mark up, we over that like 13 or 14-hour stream had sunk like, I want to say it was like somewhere like 48 ships or something like that. It was just, they just kept coming. Ships just kept coming after us because like, there's a Reaper's Mark, get it, kill it. There were commendations for like doing things with the Reaper's markup, so it was a big hype of like, kill them, they're trying to get commendations, they got treasure.
And so you're saying basically you had this big hype day and that's what shot your voice?
Shot my voice for like weeks.
Really?
I was laughing and yelling and screaming, and it was just a big thing, big hype day. I just kind of backed off it because that became a thing.
How did you solve the voice problem? Have you done like have you found throat comf tea? Have you heard of this?
I have
throat
not.
Coat. Throat. What is the word? Throat coat. What am I saying this right? Is throat comfed? Is that just a meme that's in my chat? What I think it's throat. I said comfed one day and people lost their mind, man. Like I shortened comfortable, and I made it comfed. People lost it. I think yeah, throat coat tea. Have you ever done this?
Not necessarily. I've had hot tea with honey in it. That helped a bit.
Which is also good. But like, there's literally tea out there that's designed to fix like throat. That I'm getting it right now. Yeah. It's definitely just a meme in my chat. Throat coat tea, dude. Like, if you're ever like feeling with pain, like I wish I could have told you this like, you know, years ago, whenever this was. You know what I mean? Because like it helps. You're right, but you said you start feeling like the whole character act started being too much for like more than just that though, right? More than just like the throat strain. It just felt like a lot.
Yeah, it was just a lot. Yeah, being in character all day, every day, like, I don't know. I started playing with folks that were not character streamers more often when I was streaming during the day, because nighttime, evening was like my normal time at the time, and like I started playing with Burger a lot, and it was just, I felt like I was weird on normal content streams, right?
Trying to
So, like, I
interact
started
with
normalizing a bit.
non-characters.
Yeah. Interacting with non-character streamers was, I felt like I was awkward.
Like it was a
So I
chore
kind of slowed it up. Yeah.
to try to figure out how to make it seem normal and like.
Yeah, because it would be like, look, Crow, we got somebody coming up on the right side. I'm like, aye, on starboard side with blunderbuss ready. Prepare to board. What?
Everyone's like, yo, dude, chill for a second. Like, we're just like.
Like, wait, what did you just say? Was that English?
Yeah.
Like old English?
Yeah.
And that was like some of the best content for my channel was taking charge of galleons in character. It was like being the captain, so to speak.
Yo, did you just dig up the chest?
I did, yeah, in skeleton spawn. I scattered, but
Did you
it's
just blow
right
up
under
too?
those trees.
Because you're gone.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did.
I'm like, I see nothing anymore. I don't know where it is. I'll wait till you get back here. I'm
Yeah, I'll
lost.
come get it. I lit the fuse on a keg and was gonna blow some skeletons with it, but
Yeah. It's gonna be around here
somebody's
somewhere.
getting some spice in this server.
Why is that?
I see some dead dudes on the ferry.
Dude, do you ever check the ping in a server and be like, yo, this server's got a ton of loot?
No, but that's a good idea.
It's like,
actually,
we did a haul the other day. Like, we had a server that had a ship that was stacking the world record, what they claimed to be the world record according to Reddit, amount of loot on their ship. And we sunk them, we took it. But like the ping the whole time was just like otherworldly. And like getting close to the loot, man, our frames would drop down to like into the teens.
yeah,
Just ridiculous.
Oh, geez, I can imagine. That's a lot of loot, man.
There's a lot of like ghost loot too, because so it had all that
Hey,
weird.
you found it.
Yeah, we got it. We're going to Devil's Ridge. Jeez, man, we gotta go a minute.
What color is it?
Silver again?
Silver. Ah, it's not bad.
No,
I was
but
like, if it's stone, I'm gonna be sad.
but we're not getting dude. We're still only Emissary 2. I feel like that's so misleading.
Yeah, and I think this might have been why it was intentional that you don't get emissary progress from touching loot from these voyages.
Why? So it didn't
But
just
at the
drive
same time,
aggro all
why
the way
not,
up?
though. Yeah, because if it was really getting all the progress, it would go by so fast. Oh, this is such a cool capstan.
This is the Shroud of Ghost one, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you gotten
So
that thing yet?
sick.
The Shroud of Ghost? Have you seen one?
I've not seen one. Dude, I'll show you the best hiding spot. You ready?
Dude, remember the day? Dude, hold on. Do you
You're
remember
just gonna
the?
think I'm dead.
Do you? Oh man. Do you remember the day that we were? Me, you, Burger, and that guy were all tucked on the top deck of that sloop, and they didn't see us.
That was so funny.
Yeah, I got that clip on my TikTok, man. I watch that one every now and again just because you're laughed the whole time.
Dude, it was like playing musical tuck spots.
Yeah. Dude, by the way, for anyone that doesn't know how Kro and I met, like it is one of the it is one of the most awesome stories, and I'm gonna tell a little bit from my perspective, but then like you go ahead and like finish it from you and Burger's perspective, because I've only heard Burger talk about it like one time, really, like to tell the full story. But so we used to do these things, and if you guys are in Kro's chat, if you guys remember this was awesome. We used to do these things on our side where we would take over a server every Tuesday, and everything that entails, like getting 5 or 6 ships and like going to the Fort of the Damned and stacking the loot. So we had stacked like I don't know, we had like 5 ships. We were looking for the 6th ship, but we had 5 ships, almost all galleons, at the Fort of the Damned. We had stacked like 12 Fort of the Dams on the ship at the time. It was just like a big hangout, you know what I mean? Like I'm not that into PvE, but I would do it just because as a way to like get to know people and like, you know, hang, you know, people that are in, you know, gonna, you know, literally come and watch me play Sea of Thieves every day. I kind of want to like, you know, get to know a lot of these people. So we would just hang out and it'd be a fun Tuesday thing. And like I find the 6th ship and it's sailing around and it's this dude in tuck, it's a solo slooper and it's a dude in tuck clothes. And like he comes up and he tries to like mess with us and like, you know, we punk him around and like we take his ship and stuff. And like, he's clearly not going to give us, you know, the ship itself. He's just, you know, there to slay out. So like he finally comes back, and when he comes back, he starts running away from our galleon, and I see him the whole time. I'm like spyglassing onto the ship. I see the solo slooper. I see it's just one guy. I'm like, there's no way this guy messes with us. So we're just tailing him, and we're probably about like 5 boat lengths away. And then at one moment in time, the boat just like hard anchors and turns around and like faces right back at us. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess he wants this naval. And then the boat sails right on by, and I see two different pirates on the ship, and I'm like, well, what the heck is going on here? And then the person I'm with says, oh, I saw their nameplate. It's someone named KroTukk. And I go, what? How did this just happen? So you and Burger had like been gifted that server, right? Is that how that's how that went down? Are you muted right now?
Yeah, I was talking to chat.
Oh no,
yeah,
sorry.
Doing a thing. But yeah, for sure, it was so funny. I had no clue who had this server, but I was sailing with Burger. You know, it's kind of like this. You know, you and me just hanging out, right? But it was him doing his PvP thing, and I was just kind of like along for the ride. Because I'm, like I told you before, I'm kind of like an adventurist in this game. I set sail and just go and see what happens, right?
Yeah.
And Burger is this thing like someone told him, you know, hey, I've got a Fort of the Damned stack Alliance server, and they've got a bunch of treasure, and like both of our ears just kind of perked, like, okay, let's go, you know. So I jump on this ship, you know, with Burger and just kind of go at it, you know, start fighting whatever ships we come across, you know, and it had some of the best fights ever. And then I see this pirate that it's like a normal pirate from toes to shoulders in tuck clothes, you know, real hard to see, real tiny and skinny, and it looks like it's wearing a Mr. Potato Head for a hat. Had replaced gamer tags on, and I'm like, oh man, this here's a tuck one. This here is gonna have some sweat attached, you know. And so we start fighting and like kind of spanked our ass a little bit. I was like, oh my god,
we had you a little outnumbered.
Yeah. It was some of the best like multi-combat PvP I had in the game that day. And then someone in chat's like, wait, I know who that is. I was like, don't tell me, don't tell me, let me figure it out. And then somebody else spoiled it. It's Alex. I'm like, wait a minute. I hadn't actually like talked to Alex before at this point. So it was just really cool to like meet somebody in such a great, just awesome way.
Oh yeah, I didn't know you, and I had never sailed, never talked, never I had seen your streams obviously, but I didn't know you at the time. So it was a cool way to meet. Yeah. It was a cool way to meet, man. Like you guys just tried to raid our takeover day. And I mean, listen, this is back when alliances didn't have the purple nameplates. So you and Burger were doing this thing where you guys would run into the crowd. You know, remember like getting lost in the alliance crowd and confusing everybody? Yeah. You guys would like, we'd have like 20 different pirates or maybe like 15 different pirates on the loot ship trying to protect it. And you guys would get on top of the ship and no one would know that you were the ones that were trying to yoink it. You know, you would just like run around and like be assimilated in the crew. It was so funny, man. Y'all gave us the ship though. Y'all were nice afterwards, and obviously you and I have sailed together tons of times since then.
Oh yeah, it's been great getting to like know everybody. Like you, that guy, Burger, getting to like play with you guys more was definitely a high point in my career. It's like a pride moment for me. Like I'm getting to play with the cool kids.
Well, dude, morning party boats.
The weird kid.
You guys, no man, you have a forever invite to the morning party boats. So now I'm gonna make sure that Crow's chat hears this. If there's ever a Cutthroat Thursday, like where you're like, yo, we really need to get some like galley PvP in, some like you know big ships going to fight, you know, Reaper 5s and Forts of the Dams and like you know, like you have a, and this is to Crow's chat as well, because I know they'll actually hold you to this if you're trying to get in. Like, brother, just join in the voice channel. You're always welcome. Like it's like a
hell yeah.
So because you do Cutthroat Thursday, that's your PvE centered like focus day, right?
Yeah, Cutthroat Thursday, where we just hunt pirates and try to sink as many ships as possible.
So what about in Monday?
Take what you can.
Monday's Postmates.
Yes.
Okay, so Postmates is literally just you set sail with kegs and you just deliver kegs to people with Lodga, right?
Not just kegs. We become mailmen. We say we have a voyage, right? And we come across random pirates, and I start yelling at them from our ship. Like, ahoy! We are Postmates, the #1 delivery service on the Sea of Thieves. Hoist your sails so we can meet you and deliver our package. Right? And so, like, we get on their ship, and we tell them, you know, hey, we've got this shipping invoice. If you can sign right here on the X with your banana pin, I can deliver your package, right? And, like, at least 5 times or 6 times out of 10, they'll pull out the banana to sign and then eat it.
Oh man. So you got, and so
I don't need a pen. What's wrong with you?
this is the creative stuff I'm talking about. This is where you turn the encounters into something awesome. And you've been doing it with Lodga for a while, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Me and Lad did it one day. We were just sailing on Monday, and it was like a joke, you know. And then like it stuck. We would call it Postmates because Postmates.
Sure,
you know,
yeah.
It was like, you know, Uber and like all kinds of funny names as our competitors, and like that's our parting thing. It's like, thank you for choosing Postmates for your delivery needs, and don't forget to leave us a 5-star review on Yarp. Just goofy stuff, man. We even had Mason on it once. It was funny.
Oh, you did Postmates with Mason?
Yeah. Lad was like, hey, I messaged Freemason Live and said, if you know, asked if he wanted to do it, and he said he would. I was like, wait, what?
Yo,
Were you
Mason.
convinced Mason to give people treasure? Okay.
Yeah, this
wacky,
is
dude.
what the Shrouded Ghost looks like, right? That's what it is? I think that's what it is. We'll just pass by it. We don't need it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not the ghost. Get out of here.
So, okay, I want to get back to the timeline because I want to catch up to like now. So you start, you're working, you're grinding, you start finding a rhythm, right? Like, you know, you and Mrs. Crow are like working to get better at time management, and like you're taking time on the weekends, but you're still growing, and growth comes with Sea of Thieves, obviously. So at what point, when in the past few years did you make the decision to go full time, you know, put your 2 weeks in at, you know, wherever, and you were at Tyson like basically up until you went full time here, right?
Well, when I went full time, it was, let's see, TwitchCon was in September, and that month basically Twitch carried me to TwitchCon, right? And we got tickets to TwitchCon as like a gift, right, from family.
Okay.
Or Mrs. Crow, actually. This was Mrs. Crow bought us the TwitchCon tickets as a surprise because I wasn't gonna, you know, I wasn't comfortable going with the amount of money we had, and she's like, I bought us tickets, we're going. I was like, you know, it was like a big deal for me, like, oh my god, this support, you know, like, and like we got plane tickets as a gift, and we all went, and you know, did the whole thing, met all the devs, you know, went out to dinner with them after the con,
right?
And that's where like a big passion grew in me to really want to do it as what I do. It was so awesome to get to meet people that I see in chat all the time and watch their streams. You know, when I met Carrillo, he's like my brother. He was also dressed like a pirate. It was like a big deal, you know, and it was just a huge deal. And so when we got home, I started assessing things. I started doing math every week. You know, get a paycheck, you know, whatever bill I had ready that week, I would pay it and look at how, you know, how it would be if I didn't have the money from the factory job.
Right.
And it started becoming, you know, closer and closer to what I would want to do as full time. I think there's a ship doing this event. Oh no.
Get out of here. It's at Devil's Ridge.
I think there's a ship.
Wait, is this Devil's Ridge? Yeah. Right? Because Crooks is, we just passed Crooks? Yeah, this is Devil's Ridge.
Yeah, this is it.
Do you want to just post up at the crow's nest and wait for them to be done. We'll go yoink it, and then we'll get all the we'll get that, and we'll get the vault.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, so you start doing math.
Right. Start doing all kinds of crazy math all the time. Just doing math, seeing if it would work, if it's possible, and it starts looking good. It starts looking real good. And October 28th, I went and sat down with my boss because he was all in on, you know, he knew I was trying to work toward becoming a streamer.
Right.
He was in my corner. You know, he knew, you know, that it was coming. And I said, hey, it's time. I said, I'm gonna go ride out this week and see how things look. Right? This is the week before October 20th. As you know, I'm gonna talk to my wife, and it may be time for me to give my 2 weeks. He said, okay. I gave him an extra week. You need to start finding somebody to put in my spot because I was kind of carrying where I was. I had a couple of new people in my area. I was actually working at this time, working for a company called Little Debbie.
Oh, okay. That's that. You got a factory. You got a Little Debbie factory down there also.
Mm-hmm.
Also, is there no brig there anymore?
There was. Did they move? They moved.
Yeah, they moved.
Or did they sink?
Or the boss sunk them.
Yeah, I don't see any mast poking up on the other side. I think the boss got him.
That's a sinkage.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
That's a sinkage.
Yeah.
So you were kind enough to put in your 3 weeks notice, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That place did a lot of good for me. Got my life together, got my act straight, made me good at being an adult.
Act straight in the sense that because it doesn't sound like you had a period where you were, partying too much, and you just weren't organized as an adult yet, and that place helped you get there.
And the fighting events I went to several times throughout the year, right? Several events a year. One of them was a week long. So like I was also keeping up with that front, and it was a lot of those guys that also encouraged me to, push for streaming. Got to meet a lot of them, and but anyway, went full time October 28th. Haven't looked back yet, and it's like I'm the happiest I've ever been.
Do you still keep in contact with anybody at Little? Was it at Little Debbie? That was the last one, Little Debbie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, do you still keep in contact with your boss or anybody that you worked with?
Not my boss, but I keep in contact with some of the friends I made there. I made some really good friends there.
And
one of them is like family.
And they're still around you down in Arkansas?
Yeah.
Do you find time to make, to be, grow, because you were talking about this earlier, how once you start streaming, once gaming becomes content focused versus just hangout focused, do you lose all those friends and then now you have a whole new set, or do you still have those people? Are you still close with those people? What's it like right now balancing social life with being a content creator, doing this daily?
Yeah, it's definitely different. I don't see them often, but we still have group chats on Facebook and stuff where we just hang out, throw memes at each other, and it's definitely different. But on Wednesdays, I start my day painting or modeling of some variety, right? And for Warhammer 40K tabletop war games.
Yeah.
And after the stream, I'll actually go to my local shop and we'll play. Some of my friends will come and bring their models, we'll play war games together and still get to hang out.
That's dope.
Once a week. I try to keep a good social background to kind of keep me centered.
Do you
Because
ever?
I've read a lot about this where a streamer going full time will do nothing but stream.
Right.
And you lose the ability to be social. And that's a big part of my life.
Well, because you're still doing the fighting.
Yeah.
Which is healthy, man. It's stupid because it's not only the physical, it's social. You know what I mean? You still get to have that rounded part. Do you ever feel because you're technically your own boss, right? So do you ever feel oh man, I could work 16 hours a day, on content or something that a creative bug that you have? And how often do you chase that? Do you feel like you're at a good place with that, or do you ever just irresponsibly work 16 hours a day for 3 days straight?
I still sometimes slide into that. I still sometimes do that. Where I try to keep my streams about 6 to 10 hours tops.
Right.
But sometimes I'll just, I won't have anything going the next day, or Mrs. Crow will be out for the next day, at work or whatever, right? And I'll be like, you know what? I don't have to get up. I'll keep playing. It's no big deal. And Burger's like, hey, you wanna have some drinks? I'm like, yeah, man, let's do it. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Dude, he is the
17 hours later.
He is the worst at like trying to keep like a tame schedule with, because that guy will stream for six. He'll rip off a 17-hour stream just cuz, you know what I mean? Like he's just hanging out. So yeah, like but like, I mean, you have some capacity though, right? I mean, because you were talking about wanting to get it. Like, are you gonna get into YouTube, or are there other platforms? Or are you just like, yo, Twitch, I'm leaning heavy in?
I was big into Twitch. I like the live content, getting to talk to people, right? Because I kind of lost that working where I was. That was a big thing for me. My favorite thing about streaming is interactions with chat, getting to talk to people I don't usually get to talk to.
Right.
But YouTube, I have had so many people ask, so when are you going to start YouTube? When are you going to start recording your sea shanties? I didn't bring the key. Oh, you don't have to bring the key.
Well, I opened it.
Yeah.
So KroTukk,
myself mentally.
So KroTukk, when are you going to start recording your sea shanties? When are you going to start leaning into YouTube?
And I'm like, I don't know. Like, get around to it. Like, I just need to give up and hire an editor.
You think so?
Compilations, give them to me.
You think you'd rather go hire someone versus like figure it out yourself at first?
I think to get me started, I might eventually make my own, like figure it out, download programs, figure it out myself. But I've been really thinking about getting an editor, even if it's just simple compilations that require like no effort.
Do you have as much like creative inspiration on the VOD side? Because obviously, dude, you got this schedule of creative content Monday through, Friday. It's all like you got it envisioned on the creative side and you've been executing. But do you feel like you have that same sort of creative like musing or muse on the VOD side? Or is that like you're talking about how you love live content just because you get all that real feedback?
I think I have more of a creative mindset for live content than I do a video on demand, but I don't know. My problem is I've got a billion ideas and next to no know-how.
Yeah. Are you writing them down?
No.
They just come and go?
I put my thoughts in people's ears, like people that have helped me start my community. Like one of my friends actually helped me build my Discord because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Let's see, chest, key lock key.
So you don't really have a mode for like if you get a good idea, annotating it and then figuring it out. Like if it's not something you can do live right now, it's just kind of something that's out there for you.
Right. It's. Oh, what the hell?
I mean, I get it though, man. Are you doing the puzzle?
Chest. Key lock. Key. Oh! Wrong key! Got it.
Yo, we got it, man. I don't see any other chests, too.
The key was upside down. Got it.
Yo, you think we're getting double gold for these gold piles?
Ooh, maybe. They do seem a bit more. 300 rather than, 100, like, 200, whatever.
Yeah.
I can't forget these castaways.
Dude, what do you make of TikTok?
Dude. I hadn't thought about that.
Are you do you use it? Are you addicted to it, or do you stay away from it?
I have never used it. I mean, I have a friend that makes TikTok videos. She does like this horror movie level production. She like dresses up and does like scary quotes and things. It's pretty neat. I just never thought about doing it myself.
Well, I mean, do you make content like every day?
That's not a bad idea.
Right? I mean, like, there's a lot of people that use TikTok. It's like, I don't know if it's going to get shut down or not here in the U.S., but I mean, you know what I mean?
Banned after Sunday is what chat's saying.
Is it? Sunday's being shut down?
That's what people are saying.
Oh, it just got banned? I'm being told, yeah, BoxyBox said that it definitely just... Dude, I've been seeing so many back and forth on this. You know what I mean? Like, I saw one headline that said, like, Walmart and Microsoft were going to buy it, and then I saw another one that said Oracle had a bid. But apparently it definitely just, I don't know. I don't have that confirmed yet. I'm being told that it just got banned. That might not be 100%. I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of back and forth. But like, But like you've been, like I guess I just bring up TikTok because I mean, dude, you make content every day, and
Right, yeah.
so it's just
It'd be good short form.
It's at some point you got to introduce that live character back for it.
Yeah. It'd be great. I think the character, that's one thing I had thought about, is the character would have been better for YouTube.
Well, that's what I was talking about earlier. Like for like what you're talking about, like Plunder Dome and like you being in that mode, because you can do it in short spurts. You don't have to do it for literally 10 hours at a time. You can do it for 15 minutes, you know, and like give it your all and like put all your energy into those 15 minutes and make it great for VOD. Like that's why I asked. Like I feel like a creator like you probably like there's got to be a part of your mind that is ready to engage on that if you haven't already. You know what I mean? Just because of how you've set yourself up for it.
Yeah, I thought about it. I just never got through to it.
Well, I mean,
that's my problem. Billion ideas.
Dude, you got to get a little notepad. Maybe. I mean, I'm the same way, man. I get an idea and then it's gone. Like I try to like use my phone, like the notes section in my phone for ideas, you know. But it's like then I feel like I don't check those. I don't know.
This guy's name.
Captain Whip'em Wiggles.
Whip'em Wapples. Captain Whip'em Wapples. I can't even shoot. Jesus Christ. No. I'll do the stabbing.
Dude, that laugh right there. You know how many people are like, "Yo, Kro," like, and they think about you like from that laugh. You know how infectious that is.
Yep.
You probably hear it all the time. Yeah.
I've been on people's streams that like I would laugh and people are like, whoa, you playing with KroTukk? What the
It's infectious, man. It's like also like a real, you know, it's part of spreading those positive vibes, you know. It's just it's an infectious part of, and that's it, you know. That's something that in character or not, you're gonna let that out.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I mean, VOD or not, man, what's next for you? What is the thing that you're itching at? What's the next thing that you're excited about for, you know, content? Maybe not even content, dude. Like what's up? What's the rest of 2020 or what's up next for Kro?
Rest of 2020. Oh God, Mrs. Crow's in chat giving me hell. So I've been hearing that laugh for 10 years. I'm really wanting to double down. You know, I kind of got off the potato wagon, so to speak, and was playing like a lot of RuneScape and World of Warcraft and just a bunch of random games. But I have become more excited about Sea of Thieves again, and there's some good content that has just come out. This stuff, and you know, it gets me excited for the future. So really gonna buckle down and play a lot more Sea of Thieves. I think I've found the fire again.
Really?
So to speak.
You think Vault of the Ancients did it? Brought you back?
Yeah, the very first thing I did when this event came out was I stole a vault. I stole a key, stole a bunch of treasure, you know?
Yeah.
And I had somebody steal my big chest I got out of it, but I hunted them down and got my chest back and killed them and took everything else they had. And it's just like this. It's like this is the PvP I've missed, like fighting over forts. You know, there's gold on the line, people to kill. You know, people are watching, you know? And it just, I got the PvP that I missed.
So what's next is more Sea of Thieves is what I'm hearing.
More Sea of Thieves, yes. A enhanced focus on Sea of Thieves. I'm trying to play with more people. That's a big thing.
Hey man, open invite to the morning party boats. We have like we sometimes have like 8 people on these, you know, in these morning party boat channels. So if you're trying to do more PvP with more people, come and hang. What is this?
Why does it look different to you?
Why does this look so different? Look at it from back here. Look at it from back here.
Yeah.
That looked like
a seafarer's chest.
I don't know. It definitely looked like it's probably just a lighting thing. Yeah. I just brought it up.
I was like, I had to put it back down. I was like, what did I just say? What is this?
Well, dude, thank you for coming and hanging and chatting. You know what I mean? Like hearing your story. We could talk for literally probably like 3 more hours. I could ask you so many more questions. Let's get all this loot on the ship. Head to Ancient. Guys, everybody that's hanging out, thank you so much for spending so much time with us today. If you guys are listening on YouTube or on SoundCloud or Spotify or wherever you guys are listening right now. Guys, thank you so much for spending time and hearing me talk to Kro, hear Kro's story, everything that has gotten Kro to this point. Everybody, thank you from the bottom of my heart for chilling with us. It's been 2 hours.
Holy crap.
This has been a 2-hour event so far.
It doesn't even feel like it.
As a reminder,
time flies when you're having fun.
when you're having grog, we started out with like a whole keg of grog. Yo, guys, as a reminder, Party Boats Thieves is a podcast experience brought to you and fueled by Madrinas Coffee. If you guys want to support your boy KroTukk, you guys can use discount code KroTukk at madrinascoffee.com. Get 20% off your entire order. This is also a great weekend to do it. If you guys hear this in time, we are doing, if you buy a case of any one of our cold brew flavors, you can get 60% off one of our powder tubs. If you guys are international, our powder tubs are the best way to try Madrinas. The shipping rate internationally is very, very low, so we can get this thing around the world to you. We have our mocha flavor, our vanilla. Kro, you're drinking mocha still? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's our mocha. But yeah, guys, if you guys want to use discount code KroTukk at checkout at madrinascoffee.com, check out any of our flavors. You'll support your boy Kro. You'll see a little alert pop up on his stream. Also, you just got to make sure you put your Twitch name in at checkout. All right. No, so for real, Kro, like Jumanji, is Jumanji a movie about time travel? What do you say?
I've always thought it was a movie about pocket dimensions, interplanar travel, which is kind of time travel, space time.
We got to confirm. Thank you. We got a confirmation. It's a movie about time travel, according to KroTukk. Yeah. I watched that movie for the first time recently, and that was the first thing I said. Again, I said "Compt" one time, and people lost their mind. I said Jumanji. I said Jumanji was a time travel movie, and people did not agree with this. So it was a conversation we had for many days. We had this conversation for many days, so I needed your opinion, man. Okay, if you had to pick so by the way, as far as like hearing your backstory and everything, if there's anything else that you want people to know, like about you, anything else that you think people might not already know, what is the one thing that you're like, man, here's what I want to tell the world about KroTukk?
I am the one true sword god. Period.
In Sea of Thieves or just in the world?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sword god in the world. So tell me, okay, so you do these fighting, it's like LARP but without the role play. So
Yes.
So are you competing like nationally for this, or are there regions? Like, what's the structure behind it?
Well, there's a couple different things I do, but the most structured I can say is what I do. It's called the Society for Creative Anachronism, or SCA for short. And it's like reenactment level, but it's national and international. There are other countries that do it too, but the US is split into kingdoms. It's like your region, right?
Okay.
And like districts, but it's big. Like you and I are in the kingdom of Palantir. It goes from like up to Missouri over into like Kansas, and big, I'm in the bottom corner of it, and like there's tournaments. Every kingdom has a king, and to become king you have to win the big tournament. Every kingdom has their own tournament to see who will be king for that year. It's like, think WWE but like medieval.
It's like you get the belt but you get the crown.
Yeah.
So when is this big like tournament that happens?
Crown tournament. It's like every kingdom has their own, but ours I think is in the fall. So coming up, I don't think there's gonna be one this year.
Yo, have you ever? Probably not. Have you ever been the king?
Nowhere close. I was offered squirehood, which is like a knight, somebody who's like good at the sport, right? Offered to take me under their wing and teach me things like how to make armor, and I was learning, making my own armor and stuff. Steel. This sport requires steel because the weapons are made of rattan.
What's rattan?
Rattan, you sometimes see furniture made of it. It's like really solid bamboo.
Okay. And that's what like your actual weapons, that's what they're made of.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to buy these
from the helmet I fight in?
You have it?
Yeah. Keep it next to me.
Yo, if you fight in a helmet, how did you get a headache? How did you get like a borderline concussion the other day? Oh my God, you fight in that?
Sport. Yep.
Yo, dude, that's intense, man. Yo, anyone that's just listening to this, it's like a big, huge, it's like covers the like all of the head. It's like a, I don't know, like a medieval knight helmet, like for real.
Yes,
and that
weighs like about 10 pounds.
But that's not made of rattan.
No.
That's full, what is that?
That's in the neighborhood of 11 to 12 gauge spring steel.
Jeez, man, that's intense. So but you said you were doing something else the other day, like a different kind of fighting?
Yes, that's called Dagger here. It's like a nerdier version that doesn't require armor. We use padded weapons instead, but the rules are basically the same.
So hold on, before you take all the loot off, I want to get a photo.
Oh yeah.
I want to get a photo with you and I next to all of it. So you were offered squirehood, but you didn't did you accept it and then like it was just too time consuming?
I didn't accept because that night had 3 other squires and I didn't have a lot of time to commit and I didn't want to slow anyone else down.
Okay. Dude, you got to get to be king in that thing.
Yeah.
I want to be able to like
call tournament as just some guy.
I want to be able to call you King KroTukk.
King Crow. Dude, you'd have to call me King K. Rool.
Is that your name in it?
No, that's with the main bad guy in Donkey Kong, the big alligator king.
Wait, for real? That thing's name was K. Rool?
King K. Rool, yep.
Whatever, we can just call you King KroTukk anyway.
But the other day, right, what happened to me, my shield is a 28-inch round shield, and it's made of a solid plank of foam, but like plasti-dip art to make it look like a real wooden round shield with a big steel boss or hand cover. But somebody had bashed me into the bottom corner of my shield. There was a guy that was much smaller than me, and I didn't expect it. Right? I didn't expect it, so I wasn't braced. And the bottom of my shield hit me in the chin and threw my head way back. It's like getting hit with an uppercut in boxing. And it rattled my brain cage, man.
Are you not allowed to wear that intense helmet?
You're allowed to, but since it's all foam, I became unafraid of it because I do SCA, and I regret that.
Dude, this is a nice looking loot pile.
Oh, yeah.
It's a nice looking loot pile. We got to get, what, how many, like 25 of these little ancient chests with accommodation?
I think something like that, yeah. I think it's 25 chat. Is it 25, 50? What do you think?
All right, so what we needed to know the most about KroTukk is that KroTukk is the sword lord of Sea of Thieves and of life.
Yes.
But you can spend 100k channel points in Crow's chat to get him off of it, to get him to double gun.
Yes, you can. 100,000 channel points will get me to use 2 guns for 10 minutes.
So I need like 2 million, so that way when we go, so
start lurking now.
Yeah. So that way when I get you on a morning party boat and we're which you've been on, but like, you know, in the future, whenever we're like sieging our own alliance for the damned, I get you double gunning the whole time.
Yes.
Do you think you're better? Are you better? Are you more impactful with the sword the whole time, or do you actually think that like the double gun's better?
With a sword, I fit more into my personal role, which is chaos. I'm a great distraction. I'll keep the crew chasing me.
This is chaos right here.
Them to death.
This is chaos, dude. Me and that guy, we run into so many pirates that look kind of like you, you know. And so, like, we are more than any other person that we sail with. We're just kind of like, is this KroTukk? Like, we find someone that is like, I don't know if they like love the way your pirate looks, so they model it, or if it's just like, you know, incidentally it looks like you. But I'm always just like, yo, I feel like that might be KroTukk. This is what chaos looks like right here.
Chaos.
All right, I'm gonna get the photo, man. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for hanging for so long. Let me get a photo of us real quick. Let me get the screenshot. I gotta turn my HUD off.
Oh, yeah. I like that it's a big fork.
Dude, I love that.
Look, fork!
I could. I love that you can turn your HUD off in this game. You get so many good photos. You won that competition
absolutely.
being the Talk Like a Pirate Day, but they also did like, didn't they just do a competition that was all about take like an amazing photo in like Sea of Thieves or something like that, and you win like gold hoard or something? The gold hoard sales or something? I feel like they just did that. Awesome. I got the picture.
And it's a shame. I used to be big into taking screenshots. They called me a KroTographer.
All right, man.
To answer your question, I am much more lethal with a rifle and a blunderbuss. That was
Are you?
something I learned. I was like, holy, this is why people do this.
Dude, it's nuts, man. You can just run it, especially when you can create space like on a galley where you don't get all like, because on sloops, like you can get like, people can corner you with that sword and you can get vortex, but on a galley, you can just create space with that double gun. That's what I'm saying. I need 2 million channel points for the next time you and I are sieging a ship together. I get you on that double gun the whole time. All right, man. What do you say? You want to turn this loot in?
Yeah, why not?
Let's do it.
Let's make some money.
All right. What's your spirit animal?
My spirit animal is Jack Black.
Dude, Jack Black. I feel like this year more than I feel like I've heard of Jack Black's name in the like this year more than any other year of the past decade. I feel like that dude is like having like a content year. He's been all over the place. Why do I feel like that? Is he doing more?
I know he was doing a lot more like on YouTube and stuff. He even played Minecraft with PewDiePie.
Oh yeah, you play anything with PewDiePie, yeah, people will be talking about you again. What's your favorite Jack Black movie?
It's got to be Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny.
Wait,
I've seen that like 150 times.
What is it? It's a movie about his band?
Mm-hmm. It's like their origin story, and it is the funniest ever.
I love the greatest song. I mean, obviously, that's like their most popular, but that greatest song in the world music video.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember downloading that like pre Spotify, pre like all the streaming like and stuff. You know, like you'd have like Kazaa and LimeWire. You know, man, stuff that just eats your computer. Like, but I remember
listening to Tenacious D. I used to listen to them all the time.
So you were into like super hardcore rock. Are you still like into that kind of rock?
Yeah. Some of my most listened to bands are still, System of a Down, Korn, Metallica, Pantera. Just, not on stream anymore.
Yeah.
Don't need that band hammer.
You got to get your band back together, man.
Oh, man. Not those guys. I'll get a band together.
Well, I mean, between playing the music and like, dude, is there a chance for you to like incorporate any of your fighting? So hold on. So it's not LARP. What do you officially call it?
I call it medieval combat sports, but
medieval combat sports, MCS.
Foam fighting or fighting in general.
Just
is
fighting. Okay.
The easiest. Yeah.
Is there like a big could you record for that? Could we see KroTukk the character in action but doing like IRL fighting?
Yes, actually, I've been debating this. Since I have a DSLR camera and I have a camcorder, I could record, that fighting. But the KroTukk from those sports is very different from the KroTukk. I'm an orc in that sport. The armor and the clothes I wear when I do that are very much like Lord of the Rings or Elder Scrolls orc. I make my own leather armor with these big plates and fur and chainmail, and it's fun.
So
I have a lot of fun with it.
So you're kind of an orc. Your pirate is the closest looking to an orc that you can have in this game, though.
Pretty much.
Is that intentional?
No. The intention behind this pirate was, originally I was a gargantuan fat pirate. I wanted to prove that I could stand up in PvP with anybody, even with a just gargantuan pirate. His name was Captain Thicknick. But this one is inspired by Lemmy from Motorhead. Oh, I just tried to sell this to the gold hoarder. I do that once. It's a curse.
Well,
it's a curse.
Dude, I feel like
check this out.
What is it?
Like, look at my pirate up close when I emote. If you know what Lemmy from Motorhead looks like.
I don't.
He's their front man. If you get real close to my pirate's face, you can see in the beard, there's a part of my face that sticks through.
Is that part of the gold curse?
You might not actually.
I see it right there.
Yeah. And it's perfect because Lemmy, the front man of Motorhead, has a skin tag that sticks through his beard in that exact same spot. And it was completely by accident.
Yo, you got a little patch in your beard, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to use some. You're gonna have to. I don't know what you got to put some pirate Rogaine on that. I don't know what to do.
But yeah, it's definitely different. I've been really sketchy about streaming it because it's a full contact sport with fighting.
Yeah.
Like self-harm level
TOS thing.
It's a big gray area, and I don't necessarily trust algorithms.
Yeah, to not flag that and be like, yo, this is some form of TOS.
Yeah. Like they're fighting. That's no.
Oh, I forgot to dude like check the amount of like where we started on the gold counter. I'm just gonna trust that it's a ton.
Kubi, some Yar gain. Wow.
Yo, Kubi.
Yeah.
That chest was worth 666 gold.
I'm telling you, man, this is the weekend. We got double XP, double gold, run a level 5 emissary, go out and stack loot, stack it big, huge, massive, so that way our crews have ships that we can hunt.
Yes. Give me something to steal.
Yeah.
Maybe not me this weekend with a takeover going on.
Oh, that's right. Are you doing a takeover both days?
Yeah, we're doing it all the way through Sunday.
Well, if I find a server alliance, I'm going to shoot you a note and say, hey, I need you on this ship. Big, huge, massive.
Join me.
Yep. We can get your...
You're like, sorry, guys. Be right back.
I need the pirate orc out here.
Yeah. Actually, that's the theme of some of the models I paint. Because I play orcs, space orcs, in my war game. That's my faction. And there's a sub-faction called Freebooters. They're mercenary pirate orcs in space.
Mercenary pirate orcs in space.
Yes.
I like
they have
that's
these
like
like crazy vehicles. It's the best.
I almost like that's so many different genres blended together. It's like my brain. I don't even know if I can actually envision that. I don't know if I'm smart enough for that.
By the way, I sent you a gift in your DMs with me.
Right now?
You asked about it earlier. I found the link to it.
Oh hell yeah! What is this? Is this which DM? Is it this one right here? Talk about hard day, victory. I want to. All right.
That's from when I won the competition.
Let's look at this.
Shine. So I hear you've been needing a pirate to talk like a pirate on Talk Like a Pirate Day. Oh, it's so exciting. I finally get a chance to shine. Mates, if you've never heard of me, which would be shocking, my name's Captain Thicknick.
Oh, this is
captain of
Thicknick.
the pirate ship, the Majestic Manatee. So,
Still have that hat.
I'm here to sing you a shanty for today.
You still have this
it's
hat?
a work in progress, but
Yep,
it
I
goes
got a better
something
hat,
like
but I still
this,
have that hat.
and
It's a
called
relic.
A Rookie Sailor.
If the volume's too loud, let me know, guys.
Ah, I gotta clear my throat.
Yo, you got the coolest mugs. Look, you also got another dope mug there.
Here we go.
I need you to share with me like your Amazon links.
Rookie sailor and
Yes,
still
will do.
he
I
drove
drink
sword.
my Madrinas
He counted
from
one, he
several
counted two,
fancy
like
pirate mugs.
three, he meant four. He took a step, prepared to jump, but then a cannon roared. He ain't gonna board no more. Sailor,
Did you write this?
Sailor, what a hell of
It's
way to
a
die.
rewrite of an old airborne
Sailor brings a
like
tear
cadence.
right to me eye.
Military cadence.
Oh, I hear it. Yeah,
What a
yeah.
hell of a way to die. He ain't gonna board no more. The cannon smoke.
The
gave
original's
way to
called
show
Blood Upon the
broken,
Risers.
Splintered wood. The cannonball had found its mark and killed him where he stood. He fell upon the deck as any bully sailor would, and he ain't gonna board no more.
And this got you the chest.
Sailor, sailor, what a hell of
Yeah,
a
it
way
did.
to
That's amazing,
die.
man. You don't do green screen anymore.
Sailor, what
Nope.
a hell of a way to die.
I showed in a like
Sailor,
setup
sailor
reveal
brings a tear
my
right
background
to
on my
the
collectibles
eye.
and things, and people are like,
He
"Why the
ain't
don't you just
gonna
leave your
board
green
no
screen in the box
more."
and show us that?" And I didn't have a good
We'll see you
answer,
again
so I was
on Sea
like,
of Thieves, mate.
"I guess we're doing that
Fair
now."
winds and high tide.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Saves
like
me a lot of
specifically.
headache.
I mean, like, look what's behind me. I got a couch and a white, just all white walls. I don't even have like a picture to hang on the wall. You know what I mean?
It's
like,
really chill though. It's got a really nice vibe.
well, I mean, you know, it's just fine for me, but like, I'm talking like, dude, your room is like noticeable every single time I watch your stream. I'm just like, man, like I envy, and that's a pirate room, man. You got a pirate room.
I even have my own Jolly Roger.
That was well, hold on, what did you call that pirate? The Thick Nick?
Captain Thick Nick.
Captain Thick Nick. And what was the name of the ship? The Majestic?
The Majestic Manatee.
Hell yeah, man.
MOT, like Man of War.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Dude, we need to get Man of Wars in this game, like NPC versions that we can go fight.
Yes.
You know what I
giant
mean?
Skeleton Man of War. Yes.
Huge ones, or just like merchant style Man of Wars, like where it's like a merchant trading company themed, and it's like a full naval battle. All right, we don't have to go and write their we don't have to like fantasize about our own roadmap.
Yeah.
Whatever they come out with, I'm gonna play. You and I are gonna play. We'll probably play together a bunch. But man, thank you so much for chilling today, dude.
My pleasure, dude. Thanks for having me. It's like an honor to get to be included in such a cool aspect, and I never get to do stuff like this. Chat's been going like, "Wow, I didn't know that about Kro." So I'm like flattered and honored to be able to take part of this. Thank you.
Hell yeah, man. And everybody that's listening, guys, if you listen to this live, if you're listening afterwards on YouTube or on SoundCloud or Spotify or other places in which you can find podcasts, guys, thank you so much for hanging out today. Kro, dude, you said it was an honor. It was an honor on this end entirely to get to hear, you know, your story. The whole intention behind Party Boats and Thieves is to get to know a bunch of awesome people that are in the Sea of Thieves community, and an awesome person in the Sea of Thieves community you are, man. You could do a lot of good for a lot of people. So getting to hear your story is really cool. Thank you for sharing so much about it. Hear your early beginnings and how you got here. I'm gonna hold out entirely for a Thick Nick pirate orc IRL fighting video. Whatever you call it, however you create it.
Soon PM.
All right, guys. Thank you, everybody. Party Boats and Thieves again. Guys, this was episode 4 with KroTukk. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Y'all, wherever you listened, one love to all of you amazing people. Thank you so much for making this entirely possible. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. This podcast experience brought to you, of course, by Madrinas Coffee, bringing you the absolute best tasting cold brew worldwide, making it available in both 16-ounce cans and our brand new 8-serving powder tubs. Kro is having, yep, there's the 6-pack right there of mocha. Mocha
halfway out.
chocolate coffee. It's incredible. If you guys like chocolate, if you like coffee, it is the best tasting cold brew that you'll ever try. You have my absolute guarantee on that. We have a bunch of other flavors as well. You guys are international. Even if you're domestic, the powders are incredible. I've been kind of focusing my energies on the powder just because I feel like I drink them in like three gulps. They're amazing. I don't even have anything left. I was gonna fake a drink, but I don't have anything left.
Yeah,
so,
same.
Guys, if you guys want to fuel up with Madrinas, and if you guys want to support Kro, discount code KroTukk at madrinascoffee.com. Put your name at checkout. Put your Twitch name at checkout. You'll get a alert to pop up on Kro's stream. Dude, anything else? Any other parting words?
Fair winds, high tides, and burning broadsides.
Yo, that's what I'm talking about. I'm just like, yo, have a great day. Like, I'm gonna sink more ships tomorrow. We got a full-on pirate here. We got a full-on pirate here, man. Thank you for
Never do that for one of these times we play together. Just go all out.
Right. And if you guys are listening to this afterwards, twitch.tv/KroTukk. Make sure you give them a follow. Make sure you hang out. If it's on Mondays for Postmatey Mondays, if it's on Thursdays for Cutthroat Thursdays, what other day? What are the other theme days you have?
Warhammer Wednesday.
Warhammer Wednesdays, guys. Make sure you give KroTukk a follow if you are listening to this and not already following Kro. Hang out with him. He's live all the dang time. So, all right, man. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you so soon, my man.
You do the same, brother.
One love. Bye.
One love. Bye.
Take care, everyone. Bye.